If you're looking to purchase cheap PC games as well as Xbox Live credit and PSN credit, check out the G2A links, they're down in the description below. Hey there guys, how's it going? And welcome to my top 5 most anticipated games of 2014. Now these are all going to be brand new IP, so I'm not including any sequels in here, the new FIFA, the new Call of Duty, nothing like that, all brand new games. And of course I'm always interested to hear your top 5 and your most anticipated, so leave a comment down below and let me know what your most anticipated games of this year are. So let's get on with the countdown. At number 5 I've gone for H1Z1, which is going to be a new hardcore zombie survival game from the guys at Sony Online Entertainment. Now Sony Online Entertainment developed Planetside 2 and other similar games, so this becomes really kind of exciting because the idea of a team who have experience and an engine that can handle massive online multiplayer environments is really exciting for the survival genre. Some of the other games out right now, you know, the developers aren't too experienced in that kind of side of things, and for this to be actually developed by Sony Online Entertainment makes it a really exciting prospect. So you're going to have huge maps, it's going to have hardcore survival and zombies, so it's going to be permadeath. You're going to go around collecting loot. They have a lot of experience with doing vehicles. We've seen that there's animals in the game. Obviously there's going to be hunting. Now there's only been a bit of gameplay from the live stream that we saw so far, and although it kind of looks a little bit basic, I think we're just scratching the surface of this game. I think it could be really incredible. I definitely think obviously they'll have the tools to know what they're doing in terms of developing the game. Will they be able to capture that kind of hardcore survival, on the edge, suspenseful gameplay? I'm not sure. Will it kind of lack that? Because that's one thing I love in a survival game. I want to feel on the edge a lot of the time, not kind of random and a bit too casual. It's going to be free to play as well, which kind of encourages the casual nature of the game, but we'll have to see how that pans out. Personally, I'd prefer to just actually purchase the game instead of having monetization from in-game purchases. They did say that in-game purchases aren't going to help you with survival, so it's just going to be cosmetic things, which is always good. And I believe this will be coming out on PC and probably PS4 as well. I know early access is definitely out on PC, and it's Sony Online Entertainment, so you've got to presume it's coming to PS4 as well. So a really exciting game from a great developer. Can they do it? I can't wait to see either way. So number 5, H1Z1. At number 4 I've decided to go with Watch Dogs. This should be coming out in May 2014. There's been a lot of delays with this game, bit of controversy as apparently they've had to lower some of the settings and so on to make it run as smooth as they said. But when I first saw this game at E3, absolutely blew my mind, and going back and watching some of the gameplay footage over again, I do get an extra bit hyped about it. This could be a real genre-defining game for this generation. It's developed by the guys over at Ubisoft, and it's a hacking-based game if you didn't know. It's based in an open world environment on a fictional version of Chicago, and you have to hack your way around the city doing several tasks, accessing people's phones, and it really kind of opens up this idea of a very what should I say, vulnerable network that we've developed, you know, electronically. All our information is on our phones and our bank account details, and you know, people who could hack could access a lot of this stuff, and you're going to be using that in this game to your advantage to try and achieve your objectives. So it looks really cool, amazing graphics, a brand new concept really in terms of the hacking aspect of the game, and I believe there's going to be online free roam. I'm a massive fan of online free roam games like this. I played Red Dead Redemption to death, but not single player. I spent probably weeks on online free roam multiplayer, so I'm hoping that's really good. There will be other multiplayer modes as well as a full story. So again, a lot of potential, and it's coming out very soon. So number 4, Watch Dogs. At number 3, I've gone for a new survival horror game by an indie developer called End Night Games. This is The Forest, and this looks absolutely incredible in terms of the atmosphere, the graphics of the game, and it's doing something a little bit different. You'll probably notice there's a lot of hardcore survival and survival games in my countdown, but I think that's the new genre for this kind of generation, because it's the one that kind of allows lots of different aspects and lots of different types of gameplay. I really think this is going to be the new new thing, which is why a lot of these games are in here. So the forest is set on an island. You're a survivor who crashes in a plane wreck. Kind of predictable storyline there. However, what happens when you actually land on here is really exciting. Not only does the world look incredible, but there's going to be base building, obviously scavenging, hunting, general survival as you would expect. But when it becomes nighttime, the cannibalistic tribe of the island is out there. We don't know too many details about them. They kind of just look like monsters, not really so human-like, but we don't know the full details of what they'll be like. But it looks really exciting and suspenseful and atmospheric, and like I said previously for number 5, when I talked about H1Z1, I think that's a key aspect with these survival games. So this is actually defined as a horror survival, so it should be really scary, really intense, looks lots of fun. Now it is only really going to be single player. They said they might do co-op just for a bit of fun, but they want to stay away from the MMO kind of massive multiplayer online stuff. They want it to be a single player experience, and even considering that it could be a lot of fun. I know it's a bit of a weird comparison, but I had a lot of fun playing Minecraft single player back in the day when that was all new and exciting and a bit fun and all of that. So to have an adult themed style Minecraft in a way is the best way I could explain this. But when I say adult themed, I mean serious business. You can see from the gameplay it looks intense, so absolutely can't wait for this one. It should be in early access in May 2014. Maybe by the time you're watching this it'll be out, who knows. So number 3, a really exciting looking game, The Forest. And number 2, I'm going to go for Tom Clancy's The Division. This one's being developed by Ubisoft using the Snowdrop engine, which is an engine which looks absolutely incredible, as you'll see from some of this gameplay on screen. The graphics are a real selling point when you first look at this game. The graphics, the way the environment moves, the way it develops, the way you interact with it is a real incredible kind of showcase of what we can do with the latest gen of games and technology and what could be done on the PS4, Xbox One. And it looks really, really great. It's going to be a survival style game, squad-based survival, based around the collapse of New York. The civilization in New York has kind of come to a halt because there were some problems with the way the systems work. People were without food and water and so on. So I don't know the actual objectives, but basically it's kind of survival, RPG, exploration. In the world there's going to be other squads of players, actual real-life players, as well as some AI. Perhaps AI will be protecting a building that will have some loot in that you'll need, or some clues to figure out how you can fix the problems that are going on. It looks really involving, really atmospheric, great graphics, a survival kind of thing that I like as well, and it's going to be coming out probably at the end of this year, although I'm not sure 100% on a release date, but just looks really exciting. Definitely very, very much a next gen, and when something's on a new engine as well, it's always really exciting because it kind of pushes the boundaries of what you're used to, and it's a whole new kind of experience. So a really exciting looking game. Number 2 is going to be The Division. At number 1, I've gone for a game which I really feel has the potential to be one of these landmark genre-defining games. It's going to be Destiny, which is developed by Bungie, the team behind the original Halo, published by Activision, who obviously published Call of Duty and other games. So they've got a lot of experience in kind of developing and publishing here, making epic games, and what I've seen so far is pretty impressive. Every time I see a little bit more from this game, I get a bit more excited. Now, I've been actually very fortunate to go to some of the community events for this game. I got sent out to Germany, to Gamescom, to check it out in detail. I've been invited to some community nights out. We've actually got to talk to the developers, and I saw a few little video clips of things that haven't been seen by the public. And I just have to say, when I actually understood the scope of what they're trying to do here, it really keeps blowing my mind. I'm like, really? Like, how are you going to be able to do that? How is it going to be able to be that involving? So basically, it's a first-person shooter slash RPG massive multiplayer online game, but that's going to depend on what game style you want to do. You can play this game co-op, you can play it on your own as lone wolf, defending the galaxy against alien colonies, or you can drop into these massive multiplayer online events that are happening, taking on big battleships, or you can play competitive multiplayer if you enjoy the gameplay that much. So it's actually based in the solar system we know and love, all the planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and so on. I think it's the last few survivors on Earth survived some sort of tragic event, and then alien colonies have landed on the planets that we colonialized, I think that's the word, and then we have to go and defend against them, so actually to keep them ours. Looks really, really involving, incredible. The RPG element will keep you interested. The customization looks ridiculous. You're going to be going through these worlds and they're going to look different every time, and they're going to have different loot in them every time. There's going to be camos for guns, new guns you can find. There's going to be customization for your character. There's 3 different types of character you can use to actually go in the online universe. There's obviously going to be just different sites and just loads of loot finding kind of stuff mixed with the ranking up, mixed with the co-op. It sounds epic, and from what I've seen it really is. The graphics look great. It's also coming out for the last generation of systems as well, so it should be a really big game. It's one of these all-platform games, and when you have those as well, they're always more fun because everyone can kind of get behind that, not just PS4 or just Xbox or so on. So it looks incredible, guys, and it should be out the end of this year. I think it's September roughly. There will be a beta very soon, I'm told, and it's definitely for me the most exciting and the one with the most potential this year. So #1 pick for most anticipated game of 2014 is Destiny. So that's it for my top 5 most anticipated games of 2014. I hope you enjoyed this video. I did a lot of research to make sure that I gave you guys good and accurate information about these games and what's going to be in them. Don't forget to smash the like button as well if you did enjoy this video. Really appreciate your support, and I'll see you guys next time.